Hey, welcome everybody. Brian here from T-sportline, and today I'm going to give you the ultimate guide to driving Teslas in the snow. We're going to cover everything from A to Z for snow tires on Teslas. I'm going to cover all Tesla models 3YSX except Cybertruck. We'll do Cybertruck in a separate video since it's a pickup and it's a little bit different, but today we'll cover all the cars. Now, in today's video, I've got 4 parts to this. We're going to start with the basics of how to drive Teslas in the snow, cover some basics on how to set up your vehicle. Next, we're going to talk about managing a dedicated set of snow wheel and tires. Then I'm going to talk to you about how to install the snow wheel and tires, and then we'll move into selecting the right wheel for your snow tires. And then finally, we're going to do a comprehensive review of snow tire options and help you pick the snow tire that's best for your use case. All right, let's get into how to drive the Tesla in the snow. The foundation for success with tires starts with tire pressure, and this doesn't matter if it's winter or summer. You always want the tires inflated to the recommended pressure. Now on every Tesla, you can go to the driver's door, open it up, and you're going to see this sticker there, and it's going to tell you exactly what the tire pressure should be set to. In the case of our brand new Model 3 Highland, it's 42 PSI. So I'm going to set the tire pressure to 42 PSI. In the winter, keep in mind, when it gets cold out, the air pressure drops. So you actually have to reinflate your tires anytime it gets cold out. So once it's cold for the winter, plan to inflate the tires. Now let's talk about the winter driving. Now that I've got the tire pressure right, in the winter, it's one main thing. Speed. You got to slow down. It's traction limited. So just like common sense would tell you, whether it's ice, wet, cold, sleet, you're limited in traction in the Tesla with the tires. So you have to accelerate slower, you have to decelerate slower. You have to mind your distance. It's going to take you at least 2 to 3 times as much distance to slow down. So this is not the time to be riding on somebody's bumper. Give yourself plenty of space. Moving into turns, this is where people get into trouble. A vehicle has a lot of momentum, it's inertia as it moves, and when you go to turn, you're probably going to hit the brakes, but the vehicle wants to continue in the motion or in the path that it's moving. So as you turn, there's going to be a force where the vehicle wants to continue straight. People get into trouble, they hit the brakes too aggressively, they lose traction, and you move into an understeer situation and the car plows off the road. How to avoid that? A few things. First of all, try to slow the speed down before you start turning. You want to avoid heavy braking in the turns. So I'm going to slow down before I start turning and just take the turns as slow as you're comfortably doing. Okay, beyond that, what do you do to help improve your performance and safety in the snow? You go with a dedicated set of snow tires. These tires are made for traction improvement in the snow. This is what we're going to dig into next. All right, let's move on to that. To run a dedicated set of snow tires on your Tesla, I recommend getting a set of wheels for those snow tires. Now you have a dedicated setup which is only for winter driving. And then every year, come the fall or the winter time, you can swap off your summer wheel and tire and bolt on your winter snow wheel and tire package. I'm going to go through the basics of what all we offer to help you manage that. Now, you're probably going to buy these wheels and tires and have them shipped to your house. Wheels and tires are big, they're heavy, they take up a lot of room, and they're dirty. It's not really the kind of thing you want to throw in your car and drive to a tire shop. We put a lot of effort into creating a DIY tool and jack setup so that you can comfortably and safely swap your winter snow tires and wheels on and off the vehicle in the winter and then back in the summer. The nice thing about having the dedicated snow wheel and tire package is you're not pulling a tire off of the wheel every season. You're just pulling the entire wheel tire assembly off the vehicle and bolting on the snow version and then swapping back to the summer version. Let's go through the basics. First of all, we've got tool options. There's 2 kits that we sell. In both kits, we include all of the hand tools you need for loosening the lug nuts, tightening the lug nuts, torquing the lug nuts, checking tire pressure. We have a torque wrench in here that's included. We have a breaker bar that's included. We have a non-marring socket, which is specifically for the Tesla lug nut. This is going to allow you to loosen your lug nuts, tighten your lug nuts, and with the non-marring socket here, you don't have to worry about scratching your wheels. we've got the tire pressure gauge. We optionally include a set of heavy-duty tire swapping tires. Tires are dirty. They're always dirty. I would definitely get the gloves. It just keeps your hands clean. Then you have two options for jacking up your car. If you have no floor jack and you're starting from scratch, I would recommend our Tesla scissor jack option. This is what we have here. This is a scissor jack that's specifically engineered for your Tesla. And you can see right off the bat on the top of this, it has a specific nipple that fits right into the jack puck port on the bottom of every Model 3, S, X, and Y. You've probably heard of jack pucks. These are for floor jacks. And you can see the nipple on the top of our scissor jack matches the nipple that you have on a jack puck. So you get the hand tools, you get the scissor jack, which is already set up specifically for your Tesla. That's option one. Now, if you have a floor jack, like a traditional rolling floor jack, you don't need the scissor jack. You can get our jack puck option. If you're going to take your vehicle and put it on a 4-post lift somewhere, like a service station, you can use the jack pucks. So these are the pucks that plug into the bottom of the Tesla, the 3YSX, and this is where the floor jack is going to lift up the vehicle, or the vehicle lift is going to pick up. And this helps prevent damage on the battery tray or around those jack points. Let's talk about picking the wheel for your snow tires. First of all, it's a common mistake to pick a generic wheel that has the right diameter, the right width and offset, and the right lug nut pattern for your Tesla, and thinking you've got a wheel that's going to work. Technically, can it bolt on? Yes. Is it right for the Tesla? Absolutely not. Let me break down the basics. This is a wheel we bought on a third-party site that said fits Tesla. It's the right 18-inch width, it's the right offset, and it's got the right bolt pattern. But let's go through the problems. First of all, is it load rated for a Tesla? Teslas have batteries, they're heavy. No, this is underrated. This is for a BMW, so it's a lighter weight wheel. Right off the bat, you're at risk. You hit a pothole or something, you're gonna crack the wheel. So it's under spec from a load rating. Next, will it accept a Tesla lug nut? No. Lug nut pockets are too narrow and they require aftermarket skinny lug nuts, which again is a problem. Because of the weight of the Tesla, they use an ultra wide lug nut, and you have to have that size socket, and that socket will not fit in there. So you're going to be using an undersized lug nut now on this wheel. A lot of customers buy a wheel and want to use their Tesla center cap. Will the Tesla center cap fit this wheel? No, absolutely not. So you're going to be running whatever generic brand name this wheel came with. What about centering this up on the vehicle? On the back side of this, since this is a general purpose wheel, and it's not a bad wheel, but it's made to fit all kinds of applications. So they oversized the wheel hub, which is right here. When I put this on a Tesla, it's going to move around. This is going to be very loose. And the only thing that would center this up on the Tesla would be the lug nuts. That's called lug centering or lug centric wheel centering. It's dangerous. It's not the way to do it on a Tesla. So T-Sportline has been making dedicated Tesla only spec wheels since 2013. Everything we just went over is proper on a T-Sportline wheel. Every wheel we offer is properly load rated for the Tesla. Every wheel we offer uses stock Tesla lug nuts, no problem, the socket fits. Every T-Sportline wheel includes a T-Sportline center cap, but we know you might want to use your Tesla center cap, and these fit in there just as well. Now, on the back of this wheel, we use a Tesla hub ring. So this is exactly the same size as the Tesla hub. This wheel is going to center up on the Tesla using hub-centric centering, just like a stock Tesla wheel. By far and simply the safest way to put a wheel on the Tesla. So for the winter, when you want performance, you want safety, you want peace of mind, you want to buy a wheel and tire package that bolts on, is low rated, looks right, and fits right, T-Sportline's right here. Again, you can follow links below to see our wheel and tire packages. After we go through the tires, we're going to guide you to packages with different colors, different sizes, different looks of wheels, and all of the snow tires, so we've got it all covered. Let's move on to the tires. tire design varies dramatically between summer tires, all-season tires, and dedicated snow or winter tires. I'm going to break down the basics. First, let's talk about the tread. You can see over here, this is a summer tire. This is max performance. You're going to have the most surface area for the rubber compound. When you go to all season, which is stating you're going to be able to run this in the rain and things like that, you're going to get more siping or more channeling in this, and this is to get more of the water out of the tire. So you compromise a little bit of traction to get an all-season performance. And then this is a snow tire, a full-blown winter snow tire, and the tread design is totally different. This is a directional tire. This has a lot of specific grooving in it, so the shape of this tire is made for clawing through the snow. And then you have these sipes, which are the little slots in each one of these segments on the tire. Those sipes actually hold snow in there, and that snow creates snow on snow friction. So this is a very technical tire designed exactly for snow traction. That's the tread itself. Different brands of tires are going to have a different tread strategy. In a minute, we're going to show you the different brands of tires and go through those treads so you can see. Okay, from a tire compound perspective, it's all about temperature. When it's hot in the summer, this is your optimal tire. This is going to be soft and sticky in the summer when it's hot. But when it gets cold, this gets extremely brittle, loses traction, does not work. And as you move into all season, again, a little more forgiveness on temperature, but not going to be a winter tire. The winter tire has a special compound that's specifically optimized to work in freezing temperatures. What that means though is if you drive this when it's warm out, the tire is going to wear down. So you only use this when it's cold out and you get max traction. That's tire compound. For tire size, you're going to notice this winter tire has a narrow contact patch, and that's by design because you want to concentrate the weight of the vehicle on a more narrow contact patch, opposite of what you'd get in the summer with a wide tire. From a diameter perspective, general rule of thumb is downsize. If you have 20s on your car, you can have a better performing snow tire in 19, or really the best would be 18 if it fits on the car. So we offer downsized wheel size so that you can run an 18 or a 19 instead of the high performance 20 or 21. And the tires are also cheaper when you're running 18s or 19s. Let's talk about Model 3 tires first. These are 3 of the top snow tires for Model 3. Now there may be some other options out there, but we wanted to stick with 3 that we recommend and we have experience with. You're going to see the tires all look fairly similar, and I'm not going to go through everything that's the same. Instead, let's focus on what's different. First of all, the Pirelli. This is the Winter Soto 03. Then we have the Michelin X-Ice Snow, and then Continental Viking Contact 7. All 3 of these are available 18 and 19 inches for Model 3. What's different? The Pirelli is technically the only EV spec tire, and what that means is it has the noise canceling foam in it. So if noise canceling foam is your thing, this is probably your tire. The Michelin X-Ice, the thing I like best about this is it's a little deeper tread depth. This has 10.5 30 seconds versus 10 30 seconds on these 2. Michelin claims you get 1 extra season out of it. So maybe if you want the longest lasting, this is where I would go. The Continental Viking Contact is a little bit of a discount compared to these 2 from a price perspective. So for those that are budget conscious, looking for the best value, I would go with the Continental. All 3 of these are good tires. Our most popular are these 2. The Tesla people that want the foam pick this, but we sell a lot of X-Ice. I don't think you can go wrong with the X-Ice. For Model Y, the story is really the same as Model 3, with the exception of we've added the Blizzak over here. That's an option for an 18-inch wheel, and you can actually get these in a 20-inch wheel for the Model Y. And for Model S, we're back to the Soto 03 or the Michelin X-Ice, available in 19 and 20 inch. If you want to run 21 inch on your Model S, we do have a P0 Winter, which is a special tire just for 21s. And finally, for Model X, it's mostly going to be the Michelin X-Ice. We do have a cross climate tire here. This is the Cross Climate 2 from Michelin. It's not a full snow tire, but it's as close as you can get to a snow tire and still be able to drive it in warmer temperatures. It's kind of a popular option for us on Model X, so depending on how warm or cold you're going to be, if it's going to be mild, maybe go with the cross climate. If you're going to be totally freezing temperatures, I'd stick with the X-Ice. Starting with Model 3, in an 18, you've got 3 options: Viking Contact 7, X-Ice, or Soto 03. The X-Ice or the Soto 03 are within $100, $200 of each other. Viking Contact might save you a few $100. Remember, the X-Ice has a 10.5, 30 seconds depth. That's going to be my vote. 19-inch, you've got X-Ice, Soto 03, and for 20-inch, you do have an option. It's a Michelin Alpine PA4. That's actually a Porsche tire, and we can get that if you really want to keep 20s. For Model Y, 18-inch, 2 options. You've got Michelin X-Ice or the Blizzak WS90. The X-Ice is going to be a little more expensive. That's going to get my nod. On the 19-inch Model Y, you've got Viking Contact 7, X-Ice, or Soto 03. Pretty much the same opinion we had for Model 3. And then for 20-inch Model Y, it's either X-Ice or Soto 03. Moving into Model S, 19 and 20-inch, same options again, X-Ice or Soto 03. If you're going to run 21-inch on your Model S, we have a P0 Winter for you. Model X, you've either got X-Ice or our Cross Climate tire from Michelin. And remember, the Cross Climate is going to be acceptable in warmer temperatures. Pirelli does not have a Soto Zero in a fitment for Model X, but they do have a Scorpion Winter. Okay everybody, thanks for tuning in. I know this was a long video, but we had a lot of information in here, and we really want to get you set up for success and safety in winter this year. Again, if you've got questions, drop a comment below. You can email us, you can call us, you can hit us up on social media. Our team is here to serve you. And if you have a specific question or something we didn't exactly cover, let us know. We're here to help you. Make sure you go to tsportline.com. We have all these wheel and tire packages set and ready for you. It's an easy click purchase, ships to your house. You get the DIY tools, and you're in business managing your own winter wheel and tire selection for your Tesla. I hope you guys liked this video. Make sure you check like, subscribe to our channel, and come back because we've got a lot more Tesla content coming your way.